So today we're going to talk about company formation in UAE. Dubai is one of the leading names when it comes to UAE, and everybody flocks to start up a company here in Dubai. Having a branch here, having a startup here is exciting for many people, and it's very convenient as well. It doesn't have too much of hassles. It is hassle-free, ease of business wise as well. It takes that top spot all over the world. And in the Middle East, which other option do you see? We don't see such options like Dubai or UAE anywhere close by. Closer to places like India, this is amazing, right? So after Singapore, Dubai, and then you can see the other Europe and US, and a little bit of a movement in few sparks coming out of Africa, and some of them in Turkey and things like that, but nothing matching Dubai. Closer to Southeast Asia, right after Singapore, this is the place to be. So Dubai knows this and is built its systems and infrastructure, and it has made their financial structures also the IT infrastructure and the telecom infrastructure, and they are aiming for bigger goals, right? So if you are thinking to set up, and if you are with me on this video, you're thinking of setting up something in a business in UAE, first thing you would like to know is what are the types of companies. And to begin with, one is your mainland company. Broadly, I'm explaining you: mainland, free zone, branch of an offshore company, branch of a foreign company, and an offshore company. So this is the four structures. So mainland company, now they have removed the mandatory criteria for having a local sponsor. It's an optional. It is not mandatory. So you can have a single owner as well. And second is the free zone company, wherein you are the 100% owner. The difference here is free zone operates within the purview of a particular free zone, that is either DMCC or RAC free zone, or let's say Jebel Ali free zone, or Ajman free zone, or Dubai Airport free zone. So there are many of them, Dubai South, and so on and so forth. So mainland means you can own an office, operate an office outside the free zone, which is definitely a larger portion. Free zone is limited to a smaller area, and you can take up your office space. You can take up you're governed by the sort of rules, the labor laws of that particular free zone, right? And anything outside the free zone is governed by the Ministry of Human Resource and the Immigration, and you are having a broader real estate to choose and select your rental space. You can be in any of the mainland areas, especially around the metro. Most of them are mainland. There is DMCC, so JLT falls under DMCC, and that is operated under DMC. That's one example. But you see, if there are about 20 metro stations, you just have one or two which is operated under the free zone. So your area is limited to free zone. I am trying to explain you the difference between free zone and mainland. And and every free zone has its unique purpose, right? So there is a textile city, there is a commerce city, there is a dedicated area for DIFC that is only for the financial companies. Then there is the Golden Diamond Park. There is also the free zone. The Jebel Ali free zone has all sort of companies. So it's a mix of engineering. There is FMCG. There is apparels and so on and so forth. So mainland companies typically have a very flat structure. They have on your trade license, you have to mention your ownership, you have to mention the manager, it's mandatory, and you can have 2 or 3 partners on it, and you could operate from any part of Dubai, or if you're registered in Sharjah, you can in any of the mainland areas of Sharjah, industrial areas. So there's another advantage of being a mainland company, that you can have your office, plus you can have your warehouse, and the rates could be competitive. You could be far away from the metro and the prime property real estate, and you could save a lot on those aspects, right? Although there is going to be transportation expenses, but if you're having employees like a 20-seater or a 12-seater van could take care of that transportation bit. So understanding the structure is very important. So I've gone through this, and let's not forget about the offshore companies. Offshore companies are here only as to operate the as a namesake, to have a bank account, and to have they don't really have physical offices, or they don't have employees under them. Branch of a foreign company, yes, you can, and that's how many of the brands are operating over here, and it is more or less the similar structure as a free zone company, and that is in short the summary of how company structures are. Now let's get into the employment structure. So the free zone companies have limitation as to their calculation is you will get a quota of visas depending on the size of your office, right? So if you're having close to about 5 to 7 square feet, 5 to square meters, you are eligible to get 1 visa, and you can look it up. It's different for every free zone, whereas for mainland it is again, you have a different system altogether, because depending on the activity of your company, you are granted quota, and there is inspection. Now let me categorically explain you first about the mainland. It will be easier to sort of grasp the points. So the mainland is operated, like I said, in the mainland it is governed by immigration as well as the Ministry of Human Resources. This is pretty dynamic. Ministry of Human Resources, they are concerned with employee welfare, employer benefits. They take care of the inspection. They come and check if there is an existing company, there is a form of physical offices there is everything is set up. Now you see, they are in a way ensuring that there is a physical company and there is a proper setup is there in place. So if you're getting an offer from a mainland company, you are rest assured that there has been a proper inspection done, and the visas is being issued. The quota is assigned only after an inspection is done, a physical inspection. So where they come and check whether you have they check the invoices, the purchases from the suppliers, whether the company has staff working, the owner, their Emirates ID, everything is legit. They try to ensure that all of these things are all the checklist is met, and then they allocate a quota. Now once the quota is assigned to the company, they can sponsor visas. Visas are at a cost of, depending on the category of the company. Now typically most of the companies that start up fall under the B category. A category is pretty rare, because if you have an Emirati working for you that is a local, your category can become A category. B category is based on the demography, how you have maintained it, whether you have WPS is clear, whether you have any existing pending permits or any cases against you or any defaults or penalties against you. And in all those scenarios, if none of these, if you match all of this in cohesion, then you are on a B category. And if you have more number of a particular nationality, then you drop down to C category. And C category means your labor fees increases. So A, the labor fees, the cost of labor fees is the lowest, B is a little higher, and C is higher. So let me explain you. If you are a category company, then your labor card fees is somewhere around 600 to 700 dirhams, right? B category company, their labor fees is around 1,500 dirhams. Double of it, but it's still affordable. Between 1,300 to 1,500. If you talk about C category, you're definitely going to be paying anywhere in the range of around 3,300 per labor card. So the stages when you apply for visa, right? First thing you do is you apply for Takim inspection, and that Takim inspection costs about 500 dirhams. They come inspect and they give you allocated quota, and based on that quota, you for each quota, first few quotas are at a price of around 120 or 150 dirhams, and each quota after that is 50 dirhams each. So the more you apply, it's not necessary when you apply for 10, they will not approve you all 10. They may give you 2, 3, or even 5. So post that, you have to make a MOL work contract. So this is a 3-stage job offer, which is made on the Ministry of Labor. It can be done by Tasheel or by your Mohre app or on the Mohre on web services, all the three. And once you type that, you're spending around 243 dirhams, and you get this the MB form and the ST forms printed out. All the terms and conditions of your employment is mentioned on it, and you get to sign it and send it back, and only then your employer can upload this and move on to the next stage. Correct. So once this is once your MBS typed, signed, you have the labor card fees, which is paid by the employer to the ministry, and based on that, you have your labor card issued, which is a temporary labor card of around 2 months validity, right? So that you can finish the rest of the process. So if you are inside the country, your entry permit is issued, you can do a status change, or while applying for opening your application, if you are outside the country, the employer has to select outside country as an option. And with that entry permit, when it is issued, it is obviously verified by the immigration if you are inside the country or outside the country, because costs also vary. And if you are once the entry permit is issued, you're outside the country, you will fly into the country with showing this entry permit at the immigration, and you enter. Once you have entered, you got 60 days time to do your Emirates ID, your medical fitness, your Tawji. Tawji is one important step where you are told about the rights, employee rights, who to contact, how to contact. It's about 1 hour session, and after that your visa is stamped. These days they don't stamp it on the passport, but you can get a copy of it, a soft copy of it, by email through your employer. Correct. After your visa is stamped, you can always go to any nearest Tasheel and check your take a copy of your employment contract, a copy of your any of your documents that you require, that is with the labor. Now this is the entire cost. Now we can list down all of this. This is in case of employment visa. I'll explain you the costs once again. So I explained you till the labor card fees, which is around depends on this category of the company. Then your entry permit is issued at around 600 to 700 dirhams. There is status change charges is another 600 dirhams for if you are inside the country. And once you have entered, once you go for medical is around 320 dirhams. Your Emirates ID is around 386 dirhams, and then your Tawji is close to about 160 dirhams. And after that your stamping, you have to take insurance as well. That is going to take that's a Dubai insurance. That's basically for a labor card insurance. Earlier there used to be a labor deposit. They have removed that and they've put in this Dubai national insurance, which is roughly around 189 dirhams. And stamping, visa stamping is another 600 or 700 dirhams. Once that all process is completed, you can take all these pointers down. Once all of that is done, you are a resident, and this residency is valid for 2 years and renewable after that, or you can look for another employment and you can move ahead for greener pastures. Now this residency is very valuable because, as you know, residents of Dubai can travel to many countries visa on arrival, like Armenia, Georgia, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, of course the other GCC countries, like beautiful places like Oman, and you can explore all of this only on the basis of the UAE residency. So it's a very strong residency permit that you're getting, valid for 2 years. Make the most of it. Moving on to the free zone. In case of free zone, you would be having the quota which is pre-allocated by the free zone authority itself. Here you are governed by only the immigration directly. There is no Ministry of Human Resources in this case. If you have any labor related issues, you can raise the same concerns with the free zone authority. The free zone authority instead indirectly reports to the or represents you to the Ministry of Human Resources. So if any of your issues are raised, any concerns are raised, they go to the Ministry of to the Labor Court via the free zone. Okay, so it's very easy to understand that the visa costs for different free zones is different. Some free zones, like the RAC free zone, is charging somewhere around 6,000 dirhams, or to 6,000 to 6,500 dirhams. Out of that, 2,000 is kept as deposit. Okay, 4,000 plus is 4,000 to 4,500 is the visa cost. That includes everything. That means right from up to Emirates ID and status change and medical and stamping included. Okay, so why this deposit is kept? In case if you are not paid, it is by the employer, then you get your money from the deposit that the company has paid. If there is any kind of a dispute, you raise the same with the free zone. Free zone tries to mediate and settle these problems. If not, then they give an NOC for the affected party to go and take this issue to the labor court. You go and open a file there and you take necessary actions against the company, or the company takes against the employee in such cases of no settlement. In both the company types, passport has to be kept with the employee only. Okay, if the employee is absconding or does not report to work, there is a proper method, okay, stipulated by the Ministry of Human Resources and the federal decree. This is federal, right? So the rules of this is common for both free zone, mainland, or a branch operated by or of a foreign company. Offshore, of course, does not have any visa, so it is out of the question. But all of them have to follow a procedure. If the employee does not respond to you, to your calls, to your emails, or your messages for 7 days, you can report them as absconding. But if they are in touch with you or they are reporting, you can close or settle the matter, whatever is the issue. Find out if it is a medical emergency. The employee has to give you a medical certificate issued by DHA if it is exceeding more than 2 days, and if it is if their well-being is compromised, you're not able to get in touch with them, you have to, as an employer, raise an absconding request, and with that you are entitled to get a report. It's basically the immigration which as well as which is on the lookout for this individual, and because they are all connected, they will be able to update you about this employee, what happened. If it is a medical emergency, you will connect with them in the hospital and take care of your employee. Remember, employee is the responsibility of the employer till the moment they cancel the visa and they change the status to another employer. So, or they choose to exit the country for good. They don't want to come back. They just simply exit, So in all these scenarios, you are responsible till the time they exit or they are changing their status to another company. Okay, so these are the costs of employment. This is the cost of having employees in the country, mainland and free zone. I explained to you the difference between mainland and free zone companies, and the costs involved as far as the human resources aspect of it is concerned. I hope this clarifies a lot of your questions, and if you like to hear more about such material content, then please subscribe, comment with all your questions and informations that you require, or topics that you require us to do more videos about. And a like is going to motivate us a lot, so keep that likes coming in, and hope to see more subscribers in here. Thank you.